Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be using the Platinum EBR-14 marksman rifle, and I'm going to be getting a pretty fast-paced nuke on the game mode Invasion. So this gun is probably not the best in the category. I'd probably say the SPR is the best, but I liked how, I just liked the feel of this gun. It was like majority of the range, like most ranges, 2-shot kill, and then if you're like hitting them in the head, which is quite easy to hit them in the head, it was a 1-shot kill. So I like this. I like the attachments I put on it. It was very easy to use compared to the rest of the guns in the category. But if you wanted to copy the class, I put a screenshot up for you now. It's a pretty solid setup. This is the setup I was using to get my long shots to get the platinum camo. But as for the other guns in this category, it was not a fun experience. The SPR, of course, was very fun. I'm not sure if it's still OP, but I did that ages ago when I realised it was OP. I thought it was going to get a nerf. I'm not sure if it has, but the rest of them though, LMS, I know that was horrible, especially for long shots. Just so much kick. The SA, which is like a rip-off of the SPR, just not consistent at all. Always hit markering. It just, yeah, it was a nightmare. So that's probably the worst category so far. Still fun, don't get me wrong, but yeah, that was definitely the hardest. I'm onto LMGs now. Finish that up soon, and I think I already know what gun I'm going to use to get a nuke. Probably going to use the RAL. I remember using that gun in Modern Warfare 2019, and oh, absolute machine. So if it's anything like it was in Modern Warfare 2019, that's the gun I'll be using. So I was playing on the map Bujaro, or however you pronounce it. This is a pretty good map, to be fair to you. Once you learn the spawns and you know where like the enemies are coming from, then you're Gucci. But there's maps wide enough for you to actually flank the spawn. So like, you're not going to find many players right on the edge. So usually that's what I would do. I'd go right along the edge, avoid combat for like 5 minutes, because I'd spend most of my time getting into a good position, and that's when all the kills come in. But this game, like if you notice the score, it's coming to the end of the game now. I didn't really have 5 minutes to spare, so I decided if I was going to get this nuke, I'm going to have to come at them head on. So that's what I did. I sat in here, and luckily I didn't get sniped, because usually if I go in this room I just get sniped straight away. But yeah, I know where the spawn is. They spawn down there. They spawn in that. They usually come into that garage straight away, and they just spawn basically down there, all of them. So this was a pretty good spot, I thought, to sit. I did have to push up at the end of the game though, just to try and get kills quicker, just to make sure that the game didn't end before I got my nuke. And I was avoiding every single bot. You can kind of tell which is a bot and which isn't, especially at this point in the game. At this point in the game, they're wearing heavy armor, and players don't wear armor, so you can tell which are bots. And plus, you don't want to shoot bots when they got loads of armor on. It's just annoying because they just take so long to die. Usually, what I would do on this map is I didn't have time to do it now because I just had to quickly get kills as fast as possible to get this nuke. But usually, what I would do is I would go down the side of the map, so left side, and try and avoid like players, but kill any players that are in my way. Get all the way down to their spawn building, especially actually as well if the enemies are spawning where they're spawning in this gameplay. And you go all the way down the side, you go all the way into their spawn building, like right at the back of their spawn, and you come in from behind, and then you sit on the rooftops behind where they're spawning, and it's such an overpowered thing to do, especially if you've got like a really long range weapon. You can literally just sit on the rooftops, as long as you're like not sitting on the same one, because you'll just get sniped. Just keep bobbing up, popping up, like shooting people. Like there's so many people that just spawn in front of you, and they like most of them don't even know you're there. They just run in to get to the action, and you're just shooting them from behind. So it's a really helpful thing to do. That's why I like Invasion. You can always be behind them. On the ground war, I used to love ground war, but ground war's a bit unpredictable this time, so you can't really predict the spawns that much. So here, I know I'm on a high streak. I don't know what my streak is. I can see that there's less than 100 points left until the end of the game. I was actually, I think, like 3 off here. So if I knew I was 3 off, I would have played it more safe. But I knew I was in the 20s. I didn't know how close I was. So I was kind of just ignoring the tanks and hoping they didn't look at me. And luckily, you see there, I just got my nuke, but at the same time, I got blown up by a tank. So it's really lucky that I was on my last kill there. There we go, the EBR-14 tactical nuke. We finally got our platinum marksman rifles. We're so close now to polyatomic. Subscribe to me if you want to follow the grind. I got plenty more nukes to come, and plenty of ideas for the channel. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.